Hi everybody, it's Heather, and today I'm bringing you a wig review of an Estetica wig. This one is called Sienna, and it's a very pretty, medium length, professional and polished shag. The color on Sienna today is called Caramel Kiss RT4, which is just like their regular Caramel Kiss, which is a medium golden blonde. Here, let me focus a little bit more light on it so you can see. It is a medium golden brown that has chunky golden blonde highlights that have been blended with a butterscotch blonde. It's very pretty, and the blonde highlights are warm, but because it's that blended blonde, they don't look too brassy. So it's a very pretty contrast. Now, when I first ordered this wig in this color, because I order wigs to test them out to see whether or not I want to carry them in my store. When I first ordered this, I was a little bit skeptical about whether or not I would actually like the color. And I'm very happy to say I think it's actually very pretty, especially in this cut. This cut has a lot of very, very pretty razored ends. I mean, it's just razored all over the place. So it's got all these cute little flips and it's very pretty and face framing, and I think that the chunky highlights kind of help bring that out a little bit, and you'll see what I mean, especially in the sides and the back, which I'll show you in a moment. Now, truth be told, when I first put this wig on, I was like, what the what? I didn't quite get the hair. It just laid really funny, and it didn't lay right. It looked funny. I didn't know what it was, and I didn't know how to make it work. Luckily, after just a few minutes of wear, and I haven't had to do anything to it, I just run my fingers through it and just let it sit for a couple of minutes, and it's settled down, and it actually looks very pretty. And this is without washing, without brushing, without any kind of styling. So I'm very pleasantly surprised by how this has settled and so quickly. Sienna is a lace front capless wig. The lace front on this is really, really nice because unlike most Estetica wigs that I've tried in the past, it's not too big. Sometimes their lace fronts can gap a bit in the sides especially, which might require some glue or maybe even some trimming and then re-sewing to the cap. I'm happy to say you don't need that with this wig. The lace front fits right up against my scalp with no real puckering, which is very good. But if you ever order an Estetica wig, or any wig for that matter, with a lace front that puckers, and you would like to know how to alter it, it's very, very easy to do. So just send me a message and I'll be more than happy to forward along the instructions for how to alter it. And it really, you don't have to worry about damaging the wig. It doesn't even really require much in the way of cutting. It just requires really a needle and thread, and boom, your lace front is tighter. Now I'm going to show you the sides and the back of this hair. I'm going to put a little bit more light on it so you can see that pretty, pretty color. Isn't that pretty? I really, really like the color. And then here's the back. Look at how that color brings out the layering. It works so well. And then here is the other side. And because it's a lace front, but it has kind of a high lace front, which I'll show you in a second, you can actually part this wig on any side you want, just as if it had a mono top. But isn't that pretty? I love all these little layers at the bottom, especially towards the front. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, now I'm going to take this off so you can see what the cap on Sienna looks like. Estetica wigs have pure stretch technology in their caps. So if you have a slightly larger head, it'll stretch for you, which I really like because I have a really big head and I have a horrible time finding wigs. So this is really nice. Oh, and speaking of weird cap sizes, if you ever need a petite wig size or anything like that, unfortunately this is kind of a one-woman show. And so because of that, I haven't had an opportunity to upload any of our petite cap sized wigs. But if you need a petite cap size or a large cap, let me know, because we tend to cater more towards larger cap sizes, but we do have petites as well. I just haven't had an opportunity to list them. So again, send me a message. I'd be more than happy to let you know what we've got, especially if you're in the mood for a particular wig with a particular price in mind. Sienna has that lace front, and it goes back pretty far. It goes about right to here, which isn't quite the same as a full mono top, because you can actually see that flower lace. That flower lace wouldn't be there at all if this had a full mono top. So that's really the difference. But it is temple to temple, so you can part it in any direction. And when I put it back on, I'll show you just how close it does look to a mono top. It has open wefting on the sides and the back. So I'm gonna shake her out just a little bit, very gently. You get ample hair with Estetica wigs, and their fibers feel great. They're not too heavy, they're not too shiny. I mean, I haven't powdered this or anything, and the light is shining directly on it. And even though the light is directly on it, you can still see the color. With some wigs, like for instance, even Noriko wigs, when you shine light directly on it, especially artificial light, sometimes it can be a little much. In fact, it's very reflective sometimes. But I really like Estetica fibers because they tend to be, as one blogger put it, kind of dry looking, which, I mean, that's dry by synthetic hair standards, not dry by human hair standards. And that's just because they're not shiny, they don't require powder, and they tend to just look like the fibers of really nice, healthy human hair, which is pretty ideal, I think. Okay, ear tabs are on each side. Make sure that lace front is flat. And now I'm going to pull this down just a little bit because I wear dark lace, or dark caps, so that kind of makes it hard to see. But you can kind of see how you can part that. And it does look really, really convincing, especially if you wear a flesh-colored cap. And there you go. This is Sienna by Estetica Designs in the color Caramel Kiss RT4. Thanks for watching.